Welcome back to the channel. This is Simon Cromer and welcome to part 4 of working on this Chris Craft Catalina, doing the 1% detail. So today, and what we're doing right now is we are actually just taking off all of the oxidation and any of the top layer here on this painted hull. So the 2019 Catalina, and if you watched the last part of the video, we were doing the full 3-step prep, which was Stark Venom, the wash, and then the clay bar. So now we're just taking off this top layer of anything, any contaminants, any oxidation that's been building up. And the only way you can do this is with a microfiber pad or a wool pad, but I don't want to get too aggressive and use a wool pad. So today we're going to use the microfiber with the Rupes LHR 15. So this is your best option when working with marine paints, especially when working with Emron or All Grip. These paints are really delicate. You got to treat it like car paint. You can't take the buff route and throw all these heavy cutting compounds on there. You're gonna wear down the clear coat. Yes, it's not single stage, but you don't want to get too aggressive with it. This hull is in great condition, so we're just taking off this top layer really quick. Any oxidation, it's a quick process. It's maybe 3-4 times faster than actually buffing. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna come back with the foam pad, finish this out, and this is gonna be all ready and prepped for ceramic coating. So a really easy process here. And what we got today is we have Stark Ignition. This is the 1500 grit compound, so it's going to break down. It's a diminishing abrasive. It's going to finish out to maybe 2000, 2500. So it's really a great easy compound to use to work with paint. So we're going to do this step first. Next step, we're going to come back with the foam pad with the same exact compound. So today we're going to do this. And also I have a brush here, just a dollar brush from Dollar General. And we always want to make sure that we clean the pad, just like when we're buffing. We want to clean this pad. We want to keep all of the microfibers. We want to keep them standing up. We don't want them laying down flat because we're not going to be cutting. So this machine is going to be safe today. It's not going to burn paint. It's going to be really nice. We want to make sure that this is rotating the entire time. So versus buffing, you're going to turn it on an angle. This has to stay flat the entire time. When this is spinning, that means you're cutting. When this is not spinning, it's only vibrating, you're not doing anything. So we want to keep that in mind as well. So I think we ran over some good tips. A lot of detailers, a lot of boat owners, they don't understand how to work with paint, and you have to really treat this like a car. This is gel coat, and paint is different. This is a lot softer. You're gonna burn through quicker. This is a lot harder. You can get away with a lot more on gel coat. So we want to take that into consideration. And it's insane the amount of boaters I see who own paint who have no idea how to take care of their boats. They're a disaster. They look horrible. They don't keep up on them. They have detailers working on these paints, and they're burning through the paint and all sorts of issues. So we really want to make sure we keep this one looking nice and we get it coated and protected for many years. So guys, with that said, let's get started. I'm going to keep explaining some tips as we get going, but first thing we're going to do is put a little bit of ignition here on the pad. Nothing too crazy, just like that. And we're gonna run a pretty good sized section, and we're just gonna work down. Like I said, this is a fast process. Cut it in, take it out, and that's all there is to it. And today we're gonna be running this at 5. So I want a pretty good speed. This is a max of 6. We're gonna run it at a 5. We wanna get some good speed on this and really kind of work. So let's go. Since we're priming the pad, we're going to add a little bit more, just like that, and we're going to continue. So that's finished. We're gonna do a wipe off. We wanna make sure we have a nice microfiber plush towel. We don't wanna scratch the paint. Like I said, paint's a lot more scratch, it's a lot less scratch resistant. You're gonna see it too on the black. So we want to make sure we have a nice towel for this. All right, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at this section. All right, so here's a section that we did. Now, if you take a look, there are some scratches in here. These are through the paint. These are through the paint and the clear coat, so that's not gonna come out. But the rest of the boat, let's take a look. So there it is, there's a section we did. We've also done all this back here. So, pretty simple process, just taking off the top layer. Let's continue. Gonna run this real quick, keep the spikes up. Just a little bit more compound again. Alright, give this section a wipe off. So the reason the microfiber and the wool are the only pads that really take out oxidation is because they're made of wool and they can heat up. So you can have some heat and that'll take out the oxidation and kind of absorb into the pad. So you know, the foam's better for removing scratches, so that's why we follow up with that. So the microfiber, it's okay removing scratches. Obviously you can, and it's, you know, they claim that that's what it's made for, but if you run the flex on an orange lake country or a gray lake country, you're gonna take out quite a bit of scratches, and in my opinion, more than you're gonna take out on this. So you can see this is a fairly simple, pretty fast process in my opinion. Probably take, I mean, for a 30-foot haul, probably run this in maybe an hour each side, just take into consideration the water and kind of getting on the raft and stuff like that. I'm telling you guys, if we didn't do the clay bar, this boat would look completely different. The clay bar on paint makes a huge difference in terms of the gloss and just how the overall finish looks on the boat. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a clay bar The clay bar mitt is really nice for the boat, so get yourself a clay bar mitt and run that previous process before you even start getting to the buffing part. This boat does have some, even though it's a 2019, it does have some scratches. It has some pretty deep cuts into the boat. It has some, burn marks here, which you're really not even gonna see these, as a boat owner, or you just driving the boat in the water. You're not gonna notice that. You're not gonna see all these little imperfections in the paint. It's almost impossible to keep your paint in perfect condition, especially a color like this. So I wouldn't get too crazy about it. There's going to be imperfections and things that you can take out, and as a detailer, I know it sucks, but the boat is what it is in terms of that. So let's go ahead and do one more section, guys. You can watch me for one more section and we're gonna get this video wrapped up. So just like that. And if you guys don't have the LHR 15, the Rupes, this is an expensive machine. It's around $400 price point. Get yourself a DA, just a DA, whether that's a Max Shine or a G9. A Griot's G9 is nice for doing work like this. It's a little bit higher quality. That's like 160. So if you don't want to get this, get yourself a dual action polisher. When working with paint, that's kind of the best thing to do is the dual action. You can do the flex, but again, that's another pricey machine, so that's up to you. But the machines are definitely worth it if you're going to invest some money and you care about your boat and you care about keeping up with it. If you have a boat, obviously, if you're a boater and it's your passion, you're going to be boating for many years, so it's definitely worth it. Like, get yourself a good machine, and then it'll last you many seasons. Some of the machines I use, they last me years upon years, and I'm working on boats every week. So let's go ahead, let's do this last section and we'll wrap up the video. The patterns are always going to be the same: horizontal, vertical, and then you do as many passes as you need to work the product in. So that's kind of up to you. Maybe 3, 4, 5, right around that range. All right, and we're done up to here. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some tips, some tricks. If you did, or if you have a question, drop that in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And guys, be sure to like the video. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button now. Share this video. Let's reach more people, reach more boat owners, more detailers. And guys, I will see you on the next part of the video. Peace out.